Have you ever wondered what happened to Arya Stark after the Great War and the battle for the Iron Throne? After she said goodbye to Jon, Sansa, and Bran, she boarded a ship and sailed west into the uncharted waters beyond Westeros. This is the story of that journey, of the lone wolf venturing where no map had ever reached. The wars were over. The pack was safe. Standing at the bow of her ship, Arya Stark watched the shores of Westeros disappear behind her. Winterfell, her family, her painful past, all of it faded into the horizon. Ahead, only the vast, unknown ocean stretched out what's west of Westeros. She'd once asked, now she was finally going to find out for herself. For weeks the sea was relentless. The winds howled like vengeful spirits, and colossal waves threatened to swallow her ship whole. But Arya was forged in the fires of battle and the shadows of the faceless men. She stood firm, her spirit unshaken. In the heart of the storm, she felt truly alive, not as no one, but as Arya Stark of Winterfell, an explorer on the edge of the world. During one particularly brutal storm, flashes of lightning revealed impossible shapes circling high above the mast. Winged figures with eyes like cold fire. Were they just tricks of the light, or were they ancient guardians of these forbidden seas? When dawn broke, the storm was gone, and only silence remained. But Arya knew she was being watched. Days later, land finally emerged from the dense mist. Towering cliffs, black as obsidian, gave way to forests that shimmered with a strange, silvery light. With Needle at her hip, she went ashore alone. The air was thick with an eerie silence, and the feeling of being watched returned, stronger than ever. Suddenly, they appeared. Tall, silent figures, cloaked in pale hides, their faces marked with ash. They surrounded her, their movements as quiet as ghosts. But they didn't attack. One stepped forward and placed a smooth, black stone in her palm. Carved into it was the ancient spiral of the first Menace symbol from the oldest legends of the North, the same chilling pattern left by the White Walkers. Her heart pounded. This wasn't just a new land. It was a forgotten piece of history, an old secret waiting to be rediscovered. That night, Arya's dreams were a storm of faces from her past. Her father's honorable gaze, the hound's scarred grin, the waif's taunting shadow, even the piercing blue stare of the Night King. One by one, they all asked her the same question: who are you? And in the dream, her voice was clear and unwavering. I am Arya Stark of Winterfell. I am not no one. I am me. With those words, the dream shattered. She awoke to find the painted figures waiting for her. They bowed not as subjects, but as equals who had recognized her strength. She had passed their silent trial. When she returned to her ship, she clutched the black stone, a symbol of a new promise. Her crew, filled with curiosity, asked what she had discovered on the mysterious island. Arya simply offered a small, fierce smile. More than I can explain, she said. But we keep going. The sails filled with wind once more, pushing her ship further west, deeper into the great unknown, and towards a destiny she would write herself. For the first time in a very long time, Arya wasn't running from anything or hunting anyone. She wasn't defined by a list of names or the absence of one. She was Arya Stark, explorer, adventurer, the She-Wolf of the Western Seas. The map of the known world was incomplete, and she was the one who would finally draw its missing edges. As her ship sliced through the waves, she whispered into the salty wind a promise to herself and to the horizon. My story has only just begun. And with that, she sailed on, disappearing into legend, forever chasing the sunset, where no Stark had ever dared to go before. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this glimpse into Arya's future, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel and ring the bell so you never miss a new adventure. Let me know in the comments what you think happened next. Until next time, what's up, fellow Westerosi theorists? and Game of Thrones fans. The final credits rolled years ago, but for many of us, the story is far from over. Today, we're setting sail on a journey into the unknown, right alongside one of the most beloved and resilient characters in the entire series, Arya Stark. So, grab your spyglass and your sense of adventure, because we're exploring what lies west of Westeros. The last time we saw Arya, she wasn't settling down or ruling a castle. No, that was never her style. She was standing on the prow of a ship, a stark direwolf banner flying high, with the wind in her hair and a look of pure determination on her face. Her destination, the Sunset Sea. What's west of Westeros? She asked. It's a question no one in their world has an answer to, and that's exactly why she had to be the one to find out. Let's break down what this new adventure could look like. First, the journey itself is a massive challenge. The sailors of Westeros believe the world is flat, and that sailing to far west means falling off the edge. But Arya has always defied expectations. She's not just a noble lady, she's a survivor, a trained assassin, and a warg. These skills will be crucial. Imagine her using her faceless men abilities to infiltrate mysterious new port cities, or warging into seabirds to scout ahead for land or dangers. She's not just a passenger on this voyage, she's its master. So what could she actually discover out there? The possibilities are as vast as the ocean itself. Could there be a whole new continent? A place untouched by the politics and wars of Westeros and Essos. Think of it: new cultures, strange creatures, and societies with completely different rules. Perhaps she'll encounter people who have never heard of dragons or the Iron Throne. How would Arya, a product of a world defined by conflict, navigate a land of peace? Or maybe she'll find a land even more dangerous and wild than the one she left behind. Let's get into some fan theories. One popular idea is that Arya could discover the original homeland of the First Men, or even the Valyrians, before the Doom. Imagine her stumbling upon ancient ruins that predate anything in the known world, uncovering secrets about the origins of magic or the long night that even the maesters of the Citadel do know. Her journey wouldn't just be geographical, it would be a quest to uncover the deepest lore of her world. Another fascinating theory is that she might find a society that mirrors her own journey, a place where identity is fluid, where people aren't defined by their family name or their past. After all, Arya's entire arc was about shedding her identity. Arya Stark, Airy, Cat of the Canals. Noanan then reclaiming it on her own terms. Finding a whole culture built on that same principle would be an incredible and powerful end to her story. She could finally find a place where she truly belongs, not because of her bloodline, but because of who she chose to become. But let's be real, this is Arya Stark we're talking about. Her adventure won't be without conflict. She faced monstrous sea creatures, treacherous storms, and possibly even pirates or explorers from other unknown lands. She'll have to build a new pack, a new family, from the crew she sails with. Her leadership and survival instincts will be tested like never before. She's no longer fighting for revenge. She's fighting for discovery, for knowledge, and for the simple, pure thrill of the unknown. That's the ultimate freedom she was always searching for. Arya's journey west of Westeros is more than just a sequel hook. It's the perfect culmination of her character. She's not just exploring the map, she's exploring the very limits of her world and herself. What do you think Arya will find? A new continent, ancient magic, or something else entirely? Let me know your best theories in the comments below. Thanks for joining me on this voyage into the Sunset Sea. If you love diving deep into the worlds of your favorite stories, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Until next time, Valor.